kids head back to school, there are a couple of gadgets and apps that can make life easier. Tech mom Melissa Swidowski joins us now with a look at some of these great ways to make life simpler, right?
I hope so.
And you always have such great tips. You know, tax-free weekend just passed. What do you have for us today? Now, maybe people have gone out, they've purchased some things, maybe they're still looking. What do you have for us today?
Right, the electronics are usually kind of the last thing because you want to make sure you're getting a good deal and you're getting the right thing for your child. So a lot of the things I'm going to talk about today can work for college students, can work for high school students, down to junior high, and even elementary, because so many schools now are already plugged in. They've given your first grader a laptop, they're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
So the first thing I want to talk about is budget laptops.
Okay.
And I don't have one of those with me today, but we're talking about ones that are about $500 or less. Something like the Toshiba Chromebook.
And so how much is something like this?
Now, the Toshiba Chromebook retails at $278, so of course that means you're going to be able to find it a little cheaper, a little more expensive if you buy it online. Yeah. The thing about the Chromebook has been around for a while, but Toshiba figured out a way to make it from 11 inches up to 13.3 inches.
So a really nice large screen.
Better. Yes, so much better. And you can do anything on it. Now, the thing you need is Wi-Fi. You will always need some kind of internet connection, which is great. Again, most colleges and high schools have that
And pretty much anywhere you go now. Starbucks, your local coffee shop has Wi-Fi.
McDonald's,
right?
They have Wi-Fi, exactly. You're going to need to know up front that it's all going to be in the cloud. So you're going to need to know how to access your information. Right, you need to know how to access and get the apps to do what you need it to do. But there's several in that market. Acer has some, ASUS has some.
Chromebooks are great. That's the way to go.
And that is. And Google, of course, is what you want. Now, the next one I would say, tablets. Now, everybody knows the iPad. The Surface is also out there, and I recommend the Surface because you get the keyboard with it. But another one is the ASUS. It's called the Transformer Book. The great thing about this one is it has a solid-state drive. And so rather than having 500 gigs, you have 16 gigs, but the solid-state drive is smart, and it can send things to the background you don't need and run your computer that more efficiently. So it's the PC experience.
Okay, and something you just said sort of piqued my interest. Because I have laptops and everything, I'm always having to back up stuff. Do you need to back up something like that, or is it always constantly sort of being refreshed? And
it's going to always refresh itself, but yes, obviously your documents and any of your research, your notes, yes, you definitely want to back that up. And you've got a USB, so you've got a flash drive handy for that. The third thing is gadget-y is backpack.
Okay, I mean, we've got to get the backpacks. What makes this one so special?
Well, this one isn't particularly, this one's for us because we have a 17-inch laptop. And so we carry around a lot. But I brought this to show you a couple of things you want to look for. You want to look for a good strap that's going to fit your kid.
They can be heavy when you're putting
Very
in
heavy.
the laptop and books.
The tablet and books. And you just hit exactly the points you need to think about. What do you carry around? Do you carry around textbooks? Do you carry around supplies? Are you a gamer? Do you carry around extra things for that? You want to make sure you have some kind of padding. This one actually says air pack.
Nice.
But that protects your back, and it also protects this. Now, one thing I want to show you, make sure, if you're carrying around a tablet and you have a big old backpack like this, that thing's just going to wave all over the place. You don't want that because you're going to ruin your backpack as well as your expensive laptop.
Right.
So you want to make sure, and there are so many of these on the market. JanSport has one that comes in 4 or 5 different colors. That's another thing. You want style.
Right.
You want to have something that looks nice, and you can see
there you go.
It comes in different colors, but it's got lots of pockets on the side.
Love it.
Lots of internal pockets, so you can carry books, tablets, that kind of thing.
What about apps? Now we have all these electronics. What apps do we need for
The biggest app that I have found is myhomeworkapp.com, and it's essentially a daily planner. You don't have to deal with paper anymore. You don't have to have your paper calendar. You find the daily planner, and you tell it what classes you're in, when you're in it, what time, and then you tell it when you have a test, when you have a paper due, when you have, you can see, and it tracks it for you, and it sends you notifications that says, don't forget, you have a test in 2 days, you need to study for that.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's wonderful.
And everything right in front of you, all in the same place.
And it goes across every device you have.
Love it.
iPhone, iPad, Windows, Kindle, all of it. And it's online as well, so if you, the parent, want to go and see
what they've got going on.
Right.
Any other ones?
Another one is called Evernote Peak. A lot of people know Evernote because it's a big organizing app that a lot of people use. Evernote Peak lets you take all your notes, you take pictures of your notes, syncs it all together for you, and it can give you a quiz based on your notes. And so it's called Peak because it'll give you a question, and then you sort of reveal your cover, so to speak, and give yourself a peek.
So it's a study guide. So you actually take a picture of your note
and
it quizzes you?
Right, and you can even tell it keywords to look for. So if there are certain things you know are going to be on the test, You tell it.
Gone are the days of flashcards. How much is something like that? What would that app cost
Peak
you?
actually is free.
Well, there you go.
That
I mean, you always
free.
have such great tips for us. For more from our tech mom, just head to her website. You can get there from thebroadcasttv.com. So many great tips and free stuff, which I love. We've got more Table Talk next. Come on back.